Hello my YouTube friends, it's Richard, founder of Short Term Rental University and professional real estate developer. And today's video is a little bit about an experience that I had recently and the lessons that I've learned as it relates to hospitality, communication, and the forthcoming regulation changes that are likely to occur in your community at some point in the future. So let's get started. So as we're all aware, there's going to be more rules and regulations on Airbnbs in many different communities, and I think that's a really healthy thing. But what I think is unhealthy is responding to those rules and regulations without like a plan of attack or an understanding about your brand and your culture and hospitality in general. So I'm not an expert in Palm Springs, I don't own anything there, but I did go stay, and my understanding, and again it's not 100% accurate, is that you have to abide by certain laws, including registering the vehicle that you're with and providing a driver's license and meeting the host in person. And there's all these things that are to make sure that you're going to be a good neighbor, and if you're not a good neighbor, they know exactly who to come to and how to contact you and so on. And that makes a lot of sense to me. So while I agree with the rules and regulations and I'm perfectly happy to comply, my bone to pick, or the area for improvement here, is in the way that you communicate those needs to your guests. So as it relates to my stay in Palm Springs, I was more than happy to comply. I'm completely into doing everything that's required, but I think that what was missing on the property management side here was an understanding or empathizing with me, the guest, that I might be traveling or switching planes or picking up my kids or doing all sorts of other things, while their full-time job is managing the Airbnbs and complying with all the rules. And I understand that there's a need to understand that guests could be jet lag, 12-hour time difference, 3 different planes to catch, all sorts of different things, running their business, family. There's other things in our lives as guests other than this one Airbnb stay. And so there's a fine line between ensuring that you're weeding out like the bad guests that won't comply with the rules, and that's a real issue. Like if you don't comply with the rules, then they shouldn't stay in your home, versus somebody who's really happy to comply with all the rules, but just needs a little bit more time, or perhaps has communicated a reason why they can't answer that question at a point in time. And what's not hospitable is asking the same question in a friendly fashion time and time again. And then what's really not hospitable is contacting Airbnb to get them involved when I've already said that I will be happy to comply with the rules. I just can't tell you what time I can meet the on-site person, and then having Airbnb interrupt me and call me, and me repeating the exact same thing to them. The reason I share all this with you is because I think it applies to many of us. Those of us that are small hosts, I think it's so personal. It's our home, and we want to make sure we have good people coming in, and we want to weed out the bad apples. And so if we have rules in place and processes, whether they're from the county or just our own rules, we can't be overly protective about our homes. We have to make sure that we're really hospitable, because at the end of the day, guests have an alternative. It's called a hotel. If it's too onerous and too challenging to stay in your home, and then they generalize and say it's too challenging to stay in Airbnbs, then that's not doing anybody, not yourself, not Airbnb, not the guest. Nobody benefits from that perspective. So if you're small and you're like really, really concerned, you just have to try and over time believe in the faith of humanity. I guarantee you, if you're treating every single guest staying with you the exact same way, as if they have no voice and you're not listening to them, your reviews over time will suffer. And if that happens, your business will suffer. And not only that, you're now feeding your competitors and or hotels your business where you've already earned it. What systems and processes have you put in place, comment below, to help you treat people like humans the way you would want to be treated, the way you'd want your parents to be treated if they were staying somewhere, so that this is sustainable and repeatable. And as always, I encourage you to please like the video and subscribe to the channel. Thank you. Hey, thanks so much for watching that video. I just want to share with you that the HostSaver one-click website tool is now live. Like, people are on it and they're using it all the time. And we really want to encourage you to take control of your financial future by building your own brand and building your own business and getting off the dependency of the platforms. Take charge and control of your own future and develop relationships with your clients, the people that have come and stayed in your home. Tell them about discounts or specials that you have. Tell them that you expanded. Tell them anything that you want. Write blogs and start to get your own traction, right? Attract your own tribe using your own website. This is what businesses do. It's 2020. The time is now for people like me and you to build our own website and become platform agnostic. So go ahead and click in the description below to register for the HostSaver. One click and you have your own custom, absolutely gorgeous, works flawlessly website. Can't wait to see you there. Let's go, friends.